the next super important aspect of the physical aspects of all-day energy is definitely your metabolism. Now, a lot of people will tell you, well, I have a slow metabolism. Okay, you can actually affect your metabolism. And then some of the experts tell you, no, you can't affect your metabolism. Yes, you can. All right? We do it all the time. You know, if you walk up a set of stairs, all of a sudden you start breathing heavy and your heart rate goes up. That's your metabolism. Now, don't get me wrong, that's a very short period of time that your metabolism has changed, but you have changed your metabolism. Now, if you understand basic metabolism, you also understand that when you ramp up your metabolism, it automatically gives you more energy because your body starts to process the water in your body, it starts to process food, it starts to pump in adrenaline and things like that once you start to ramp up your metabolism because it wants to meet the needs that you have started to place on it. So understanding that when you ramp up your metabolism, automatically your energy levels go up. And you also start burning fuel in your body, calories, things like that, and it has amazing effects. Hence why exercise is so great for you. Now, here is where people get confused though. Everybody associates exercise with burning calories. Yes, you burn calories while you exercise. But the biggest thing is you do not burn more calories exercising than you do the rest of the day. Where you're actually going to lose weight, become more energized throughout the day is by ramping your metabolism up the other parts of the day, not just the times that you're exercising. So, how do you do that? Well, it does involve exercising, but it does not involve killing yourself. This blows my mind that commercial fitness has blown this completely out of proportion and really is confused about this. And you can tell every day, go walk around your neighborhood and watch how many people you see out jogging and they're absolutely killing themselves. And you'll see them killing themselves day in and day out, but the problem is they don't really seem to be getting in any better shape. Well, it also has to do with a lot of people that you see in the gym. They're in the gym constantly, but they don't seem to be getting in any better shape. Well, the trick is, it's just like I said, it's not those periods of exercise that you're actually doing the most work, kind of. It's really the other times. And the trick is to ramp up your metabolism throughout the day so while you're sitting around watching TV, you're still burning calories. Hence, you still have energy, all right? While you are sitting at your desk at work, your metabolism is still up a little bit, therefore, you're burning more calories. Then, therefore, you have more energy. So, how do you do this? Okay, it does involve exercise, and I'm not saying exercise is bad. No, exercise is awesome, but you have to learn how to exercise, all right? Especially cardiovascular type of exercise that ramps your metabolism up. The trick is not how hard you exercise, it's actually how often you exercise. That is the biggest key that will absolutely blow your mind of how much energy this little trick will give you. If you're one of those people that enjoys exercise, then great, you're already on the right track. The trick is instead of working out once a day, try working out twice a day, but ramping your workout down a little bit so it's not so difficult. If you're new to exercise, fine. Take it super easy, but do it twice a day. So, what's the trick? It's the 2 a day, all right? The trick is you need to spread your physical activity out throughout the day. Now, if you live in an office building, all right, and you take the steps to work or you take the stairs to your office, you don't take them at all right now, but now you take them twice a day. All right, you don't have to do it all day, but twice a day. What you've done is you've ramped your metabolism up twice during the day, and that in-between part is where you've actually ramped your metabolism up overall throughout the course of the day. So there's this thing out there called your basal metabolic rate, and what it means is what is basically my base normal day-to-day, not exercising, just sitting around doing nothing, my metabolic rate. That's what your basal metabolic rate is. Now, the catch is the average of your basal metabolic rate you can raise it a little bit, and you raise it through, just like I said, by exercising or by any type of physical activity. The trick is to spread it out over the length of a day. Now, the trick I use is I exercise twice a day. Now, I know a lot of people say, I don't have time to exercise twice a day. Well, I assure you, you probably do. Because understand that exercising doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in the gym. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be out running 4 miles. You don't have to do that. Understand that exercise is really any type of physical activity. Now, my recommendation, just like I said, is to find and figure out ways to fit physical activity into your day-to-day life, but do it more than once. All right? And don't concentrate on how hard your physical activity is. Concentrate how long you're doing it and how you can spread it out. If you go for a run, start slowing down your runs. I know, it sounds horrible. It's not. Slow down your runs and go further. All right? And try going more often. All right? Run twice a day. Holy cow, I don't have time to run twice a day. I'm sure you actually do, especially if you do 2 smaller workouts and then cool down a little bit more. The trick is look, spreading out your physical activity throughout the day, and what it does is it takes your cumulative basal metabolic rate and it raises it. That automatically gives you more energy. That on top of hydrating all day, and I'm telling you, you'll already start feeling better the instant you do this. Not a week into this program, but like really the moment you start drinking water and start raising your metabolic rate a little bit by exercising and spreading out your physical activity, you're going to start feeling awesome. Now, let's talk about one more aspect. Sleep is by far one of the most overlooked aspects of all-day energy. Now, a lot of people, the first thing they tell me is, hey, look, I am a busy, busy person. I don't have time to get that much sleep. Well, you need to understand that you need to make time and start to improve the quality of your sleep. Usually it's 10 times easier to improve the quality of your sleep than to improve the amount of sleep that you actually get, because we all have crazy schedules. I got it. First of all, understand that sleep deprivation is not a joke, all right? Having been in the line of work I have been for so many years, I've seen sleep deprivation and its true effects. And it can be very, very dangerous. One of the biggest things is a lot of people don't realize, but usually the #1 cause of automobile accidents is sleep deprivation. And if you look at the statistics of automobile accidents, when does it happen? Well, it usually happens right after lunch, after that giant meal you've eaten and you start to feel tired. We'll talk about that a little bit too. You need to make sure that during your meals you curb that amount of food down a little bit, and that'll help your energy levels. But there's people that gorge themselves at lunch, get really tired, and lo and behold, the most car accidents in America happen after lunch. So they happen right there in that period between lunch and dinner. And it's most likely because of, you know, those big meals everybody's eating at lunch. So understand, sleep deprivation is not a joke. So how do I improve the quality of my sleep? And the trick is, it really is pretty simple. We'll talk about the effects of caffeine on your body in a second. But understand that it can have a very, very adverse effect on your sleep. And a lot of people say, well, I could drink a, I could drink a soda and go to sleep. I can drink a cup of coffee and still go to sleep. The trick is you're not getting good sleep. Understand that caffeine, no matter how it affects you, even if you can still get to sleep, you're not sleeping as well as if you didn't have caffeine in your body. The half-life of caffeine, 4 hours. So if you want to go to bed 10 o'clock at night, understand that you need to quit drinking anything with caffeine by 6 o'clock in the afternoon. All right? I don't care, if you need to stay up all night, I certainly understand that. Having all night at work and things like that, I got it. Drinking coffee is great. But if you don't have to stay up at night, you need to cut out the caffeine in time for it to completely get out of your system by the time you sleep, and you will sleep a lot better. What else affects your body a lot like caffeine? Alcohol. Well, I love to have a cocktail at night before I go to bed. After dinner, hey, great, a glass of wine, great. It's killing your sleep. It is screwing up your metabolism in your sleep because it does weird things. It tends to keep your mind restless, and you don't get the quality of sleep that you would be if it wasn't in your system. So just understand that, yes, we all enjoy a cocktail here and there, drinking beer. I got it. But just understand, if you're in a period when you need a lot better energy during the day, like obviously during the work week, try cutting out the alcohol in the middle of the week so you get better sleep day to day, and you'll watch your energy levels really go through the roof. Last but not least, understanding some of the basics of creating a good environment for sleep. One of the biggest things you need to understand is the fact that your body needs to ramp down before it just automatically goes to sleep. You're not going to just hit the pillow and bam, be out. All right? You need to ramp down the stimulation before you go to bed. So, stimulation, what is that? It's lights. One of the biggest things is TV. A lot of times, if you're focusing on TV, it's bright. It's the only bright thing in the room. It's still stimulating your mind, and it tends to make it more difficult to get to sleep. So, if you're one of those people that watches late night TV, man, DVR it, all right, and watch it some other time. When it's time to go to sleep. When it's time to get ready for bed, curb out all the stimulus and do something that's a lot less stimulating, something like reading, all right? Use soft light for your reading light. No hard lights, no fluorescence, things like that. These things tend to be overstimulating to your brain, and it makes it more difficult for your brain to ramp itself down to be able to accomplish really, really productive and quality sleep.